These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Nicole Griggin for Faye Frederick. Next Thursday, January 9th, will be a national day of mourning for former President Jimmy Carter. That's also the day his funeral will be held at Washington National Cathedral. In the White House proclamation, President Joe Biden is calling on Americans to gather in their places of worship to honor Carter. He's also directing flags to fly at half-staff for 30 days. In the Valley, the Maricopa County Department of Public Health says it found avian flu in wastewater. It was found during routine monitoring. The health department says it's likely related to recent cases in animals. So far, no human cases have been identified in Maricopa County, and they say that the risk is still low. And an update to a crash we first told you about this morning. A pedestrian has died after being hit by a pickup truck this morning. This happened near 32nd Street and Greenway. Right now, she's only identified as a woman in her mid-40s. Investigators say the driver was not hurt and stayed on scene. They do not believe impairment was a factor. A 3-year-old boy fighting for his life in a hospital after being pulled from a backyard pool. This happened in Queen Creek. Investigators say a family member pulled the boy out. It's unclear how long he was underwater. We'll continue to follow developments with this developing story. An Arizona man accused of trafficking a 17-year-old has been indicted by a grand jury. According to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, George Mosley has been indicted on 14 counts of child sex trafficking and 3 other charges. Investigators say Mosley recruited the teen on Instagram to come to Arizona from Michigan for prostitution. Once here, Mosley allegedly participated in sex acts with her. His trial is expected to start in April. A site in Old Town Scottsdale getting a new look soon. According to the Phoenix Business Journal, a firm bought the Scottsdale Financial Center building near Scottsdale Road and Indian School for more than $42 million. The company plans to work with a local developer to transform the 6 acres total it's bought. Around Arizona, the National Park Service is asking for feedback about a proposed fee increase for non-commercial river trips. The lottery application fee would stay the same, but the flat rate per person cost would increase from $90 to $310 for Lee's Ferry to Diamond Creek and from $0 to $50 for Diamond Creek to Pierce Ferry. You can submit feedback online at parkplanning.mps.gov. Big Lots says it struck a deal that would keep hundreds of stores open. The company recently announced it was preparing to close its remaining 963 stores, but it has a new buyer. Under the proposed agreement, all of Big Lots assets will be sold to other retailers and companies. One of those companies is Variety Wholesalers, which will get at least 200 stores and 2 distribution centers. They say the stores will operate under the Big Lots brand and might keep employees already working there. The agreement still needs to be pre-approved by a bankruptcy court, though.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and it is going to be a warm day in the valley tomorrow, but getting chilly by New Year's Eve as we head toward midnight. We're looking at 54 degrees in the forecast for tomorrow. Afternoon temperatures will be in the 70s. Burn bans, in fact, as well for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day here in the valley. We have the burn bans from Maricopa County and high pollution advisories for both of those days from the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality. Particle pollution is really building up, so it is going to be a difficult breathing outdoors for those of us with any kind of respiratory condition. With those burn bans in place, don't burn wood in your fireplaces, stoves, or outdoor fire pits, or you may face a fine. Don't use leaf blowers or off-road vehicles as well over the next couple of days. We're trying to keep that particle pollution down, so the less dust in the air, the better as well. Here's a look at the forecast as we take you through the next 7 days, and it does stay warm as we head into 2025. Temperatures nearly 10 degrees above normal and climbing up to 77 by Friday.